Hello, this is Liz here with another craft. I wasn't here yesterday, it was my birthday. We went up to Dallas area to see a good friend of mine, and we had a really good time. So today we're going to do a reversible shelf sitter using this piece of mesquite wood. So if you like this video, please feel free to sprinkle the love or spread the love. I would appreciate it, and if you follow and like my pages, I would appreciate that too. That way you can also get the notification of when I go live. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and this is just a piece of mesquite that we had on our front porch, so I'm slowly cleaning off our front porch using things that are sitting there. But so my husband planed this for me. It's just a piece of slab. Excuse me. And then I lightly sanded over the front and the back because we're going to use both sides. Now the stencil that we're going to use today is the grandchildren stencil. I did post a link in the, thank you for the thumbs up, a link in the description, and these are in the 8 by, I guess the 8 by 11 section. And this one says, side by side or miles apart, grandchildren are always close to the heart. And this one is, grandchildren fill a place in your heart you never knew was empty. And if you have grandchildren, you know that these two sayings are very true. So if you're just hopping on, please let me know that you're on. Say hi and let me know where you're watching from. I'd appreciate it. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to use this first one here where it says grandchildren fill a place in the heart. So I'm not going to fuzz these because I've used them several times on other projects. I have not used them on any of my lives before, so I thought it would be a great time to use them on my lives. And then I'm going to show you how to clean and dry this with the fuzzing cloth, so please don't let me forget. Now I also put the link in for the chalk paste. We're going to use 3 different ones. We're going to use Old Glory Red. We're going to use Tiffany Teal, and we're going to use Daffodil Yellow. So the hearts are going to be red, the word grandchildren are going to be in a Tiffany blue, and the other words are going to be in the Daffodil Yellow. So I'm going to do the grandchildren first. And your chalk paste needs to look like this, the consistency of either yogurt or sour cream. And then I'm just taking my spreader, getting some on there, and then I'm going just over the word grandchildren. I don't want anything else done in the Tiffany teal. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is what we have so far. What is Dave saying? Hi, I hope you know who I am, and I'm watching from our living room. I do know who you are. Thank you. I do. That's my hubby, guys. Okay, now I'm going to take my Daffodil Yellow and I'm going to put it on the other words. Making sure that I get all the words covered. And then I'm just going to take the excess and put it back in my container. Okay, so this is what I have. And then I'm going to do the heart and the red. I'm going to lift this up to make sure I didn't miss anything. No, it's all good. Okay, so we got that on there. And I didn't do any pre-treatment to this board except sand it down a little bit. So this is what we have. Isn't that pretty? This board is heavy. So I'm going to show you how to clean this stencil. So I'm going to put it face down in my water. And of course I forgot my cleaning sponge. And then I'm just going to flip it over, and then I have a piece of cleaning sponge, or stencil cleaner sponge, and this is what it looks like, minus the red. But this is what it looks like, and it works really well to clean your stencils. Now the chalk paste is pretty easy to get off. The inks stain the stencil a little bit, but that's okay as long as the letters in your design is clean and the holes aren't blocked. It's fine. So I'm just going to take this out, and then I have this rag, well, the fuzzing mat. And so you want to put your stencil on the gray on the inside part, and this dries your stencil. So you don't have to wait for it to air dry. So you just put it in there and you just press it down. And then when you take it off, everything is dry. So this is now ready to put back on your backing sheet. And the best way to put it back on your backing sheet is to lay your stencil flat with the sticky side up. And then you just lay it on there. And then it's ready to go back into your storage package. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, what I want to do is dry. Look at this. Let's see, I have my sponge here. I'm getting some yellow on there. So I'm going to dry this so I don't mess it up when I turn it over. Now we got this heat gun from Harbor Freight. It was my husband's, but I snagged it from him. Okay, it's dry. So we can now flip this over and do the other side. So anyway, it says, grandchildren, fill a place in your heart you never knew was empty. So true. So on the other side, we are going to do this stencil side by side or miles apart. Grandchildren are always close to the heart. So I'm just going to try to put this somewhere here in the middle. I'm going to press it down. I'm going to do the grandchildren in the blue, Tiffany teal. rest of it. Make sure you get the whole word done, every part of it. Okay, that looks good. Putting the rest of this in my chalk paste. And I'm going to give this a couple squirts of distilled water. And then put the lid on. And that way it'll be good and ready for the next use. Now I'm going to do the daffodil yellow. Just have some paste on here. What's everybody doing today? Okay, I'm just going to take the excess off, put it in my jar. I'm going to give this 1 squirt of the water and put it up. And then we're going to do the heart. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, this one doesn't need any water added to it, so it's good to go. I'm going to put my water up. So this is what we have. And then I'm just going to, and you don't want to pull it from the corner. You want to loosen it from the corner, and then you want to pull it from the middle. Isn't that pretty? Let me put this upside down in my water. Side by side or miles apart, grandchildren are always close to the heart. And then there's a heart with a swirly. I love that. So I am going to once again clean my stencil. I have my old sponge here. And I'm just going over the top of the stencil with the sponge to get the chalk paste off. Now you can also put this in your kitchen sink and use your sprayer on it in your sponge. It works very well. Now like I said too, your stencil might get stained, but as long as the chalk paste is out of the holes, you're good to go. And I really like this fuzzing mat here. Also for the drying portion. If you don't have one, you might want to get one, and you can always go to my link and order one of these. I think it's about $8. And like I said, you just stick it in the put your stencil in the gray part. Just put it in there and then rub here, and voila, it's dry, ready to put back on your back, and then you're ready to put it up or use it again. And this is really, it's a really good mat if you're going to do several projects with the same stencil. Okay, so I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to add a bow. it's nice and dry. So I already made my bows because I'm not a very good bow maker, and I knew it would take me a while to make it. So I have this one for the one side, and this is just some ribbon that I've had for a while. Probably got it during the Valentine's holiday. And I just have this button here. I'm going to glue that right in the center of the bow. Well, I have this new glue gun that I got at the Goodwill, and I guess I needed to put another stick of glue in it. So, just going to hold this on here for a minute. So there's our one bow, and this is our second bow, and I have this button here for it. Here we go. So put that right in the middle. So here's our second bow. Now we just need to figure out which bow that you want on which side. So first of all, I thought that I would put a bow up here in the corner. Right up here in this corner. So let's see which one will go with this better. Or this one. I don't know. I kind of like this one. So I'm just going to put hot glue on the back of my bow, and then I'm going to add it to my board. And then you can fluff it out. And then on the other side, I want the bow in the same place, so that you know, when you're looking at it, you don't see the other bow. You just see the one that's there. So we're going to do this one up in the other corner. Try to get that out of the way a little bit. I think I might need to cut that. So let's see. I do the dovetails on these. Okay, there we go. So on this side, and I bet, honey, your mesquite never looked so good. And then on this side, we're going to trim this up a little bit too. Just to kind of get this out of the way so you can see the words and the heart. So there we go. What do you guys think? So you put it on this side, or you can put it on this side, or you can put it on a table where you see both sides. Okay, so that's it for today, and I will be back tomorrow with another craft. We are going to decorate pumpkins. So we have these pumpkins here and the leaf. And then we have this pumpkin here. We have some materials, fabrics that we're going to use. So I will see you back here tomorrow at 11:30. Until tomorrow, keep crafting. Bye.